And yeah, their first selection was first pick, and that does mean that DRX now has the choice of side, I assume blue, and there it is. Elsewhere, and see whether they can maybe double down on Rich and the lead that he could gain on this champion. As Andil already out of lane. We were talking about a lack of support roaming. Well, Andil is bucking that trend.
Early could have been a problem if there was a big fight there, but they backed away from that one where the junglers both showed up, right? You mentioned all their summoner spells, all three of them back up now. This is the DRX coach comms.
Yeah. See Joker making sure that he lets them know exactly what they need to do. We'll get you some information there.
Grub's up now.
Yep. And there is a wave to be picked up by Geo as well. As okay, there's a pulverize as Canyon throws up the shield to try and keep himself safe. The flash out of the way. There's the shockwave, and Canyon looking in a whole lot of trouble. That's Willa locking down the kill, and first blood over to DRX. As Canyon will be the one to get on in here and take away at least one of these grubs. Willa can possibly go for a little bit of a late invade on this, but decides not to as Chovy had been roaming over anyway. So
how quickly he's pushed that up. He's relatively safe here.
Yeah,
that's their only cross map.
Yeah, Genji just kind of caught napping right now in this game, and Willa going to be able to take this one. We'll have a look at what our next... oh my, Earth, Wind, and Fire again? First game yesterday, first game today. Oh my goodness, it's my birthday. I love this. All right,
going to go for Rich.
Canyon is just going to kill Rich. That's what he's going to opt in for here, and Rich is going to do his best, but yeah, Slicing Maelstrom not going to be doing too much. And so Genji...
as we'll watch this again, yeah, he stops his recall on the ward, and Canyon's like, well... get him.
Yeah.
I think you got to finish those. He does not have his Gunblade yet at this moment. Did have the Vamp Scepter, that's all, and the Alternator in his inventory.
They are looking for a fight here by the looks of things. Tidal Wave available. There's the flash out by Pulverize, though. It's Andil that decides to go in onto Ruler. The heal comes through, though, and he's now kept himself safe. As Keen from the top side, and now it's Genji's turn to put their weight into the fight. Let's see what they can find. A Slicing Maelstrom does absolutely nothing. The flash forward from Canyon, and the flash away from Rich is going to keep him alive. As now Chovy looks for his angle, decides not to pull the trigger on the flash, and just gets rid of all of DRX. And Genji says, this is my herald, as he does get put into that bubble. And now has to use the ultimate. Won't have that for this upcoming fight, which could be a big problem. Tidal Wave to lock down Willa. As now Chovy gets the Emperor's Divide, finds the bottom lane, and wipes them out. Willa now in trouble as well, and that should guarantee the Dragon. Genji were a little sleepy at the beginning of this game, but I think, Wolf, they have woken up.
Yeah, it's Chovy again finding this angle. He had the back into the TP into the last fight. Wasn't able to catch them when he came in, but was able to guarantee that DRX needed to be so far away from the Herald, and then this time actually sets up the kill onto the flashless Yunara. And now Rich is the next target here. Does not have his Slicing Maelstrom, and he is not long for this world.
He is very dead. Chovy going to be grabbing his next one. 2-0-1 now on the Azir. 500 gold lead, as you can see whether they can do anything about it, because it just feels like this game has just been taken by Genji.
Third and final coach voice is used here for DRX for the last moments.
Oh, Tidal Wave was a little bit expectant there from Duro. Doesn't quite find the angle as well. That was really cute. Chovy, though, just going to throw Yukal away. The Slice Maelstrom comes in, but that is going to be the double for Rich. Comes in and wipes them out. Ruler now able to answer back with the kill onto the Yunaras. Rich is now looking to wipe him out. He will be able to do so. He's now looking for some fish food as Duro will be taken. And he heard what we were saying after he got solo killed. Well, the killer is right here now and looking to try and tidy up. They're looking to kite him, though, and Keen's in trouble. Pulverize comes down. It's a quadra from Rich.
All right, completely in vain.
Yeah. And having a listen here to what Joker is saying, I imagine what he said was pretty important, because it did manage to get them back into this game.
And I'm looking at this game state thinking, okay, how do DRX win? Maybe a pick in the side lane here could be a first start.
Yeah, Slurkle going to come on through there as now Chovy does find the Emperor's Divide onto Gio, who's tanking up the turret, but it does not matter. That is just going to be Willa turning up, helping Gio grab himself the kill. That will also take down this turret. Keen doing the same thing towards the bottom side of the map, and it looks like a Dragon in trade as well.
What wins it for them if they can secure this?
Yeah, this could be a big deal. It's already down to 50% as Ruler and Dura, they know exactly what's going on. Andil waiting offside, though, as you can see, Canyon will be showing up. Keen gets here as well. Canyon trying to get himself into this pit. Can he actually flash for it? The answer is no. They take down the cow immediately. early though, and DRX, they're just looking to try and get themselves out after securing this Baron. And if they just lose the cow, 100% worth. If they lose Willer as well, probably still worth.
Still 2,500 gold behind. It's even Drakes now. But this Yunara becomes a bigger and bigger threat as we go on. And the team fighting power of this cannon.
Able to get the last couple.
They still have Baron to siege this turret here. I mean, they're just going to say, well, we're going to get something out of this Baron no matter what.
Well, Tidal Wave to come on forward here as well. Teleport in from Keen at the same time as the Dominus has been buffed. He's looking for his angle, wants to get on top of Jiu, but decides not to commit the flash. And they do have this tower falling down in the bottom lane. Sorry, in the top lane, as well as the bottom.
Yeah. DRX are somehow going to solve, not to mention that Chovy is massive as well and has an arm guard. Both carries so safe for Genji.
Well, Canyon just going to make his way in as now Yukal has to flash to get himself out of the way. Jiu slowed down so he cannot get into the fight. And Andal, he's tanking up so much, but there's no one to follow up. Rich this time couldn't make his way in despite having flash up and available. And now it's Willer that's in a lot of trouble. They do find that fantastic shockwave, but it's just not enough. Keen gets in there. Chovy gets the Emperor's Divide, which will turn Yukal golden. But unfortunately, that does not avoid death. That's a clean ace. Definitely back and forth. However, if you lose a fight like that at this time of the game, you will just lose the game. Inhibitor goes down, and Genji will be able to take down these turrets. But I imagine they are also impressed with how DRX played this game, especially in the early stages. This is a new roster that has a lot of pieces that haven't quite gelled together yet. And I didn't really have a whole lot of hope for this squad moving into 2026, and I have so much more now.
Yeah.
앞으로 나갈래.
예, 빨리 알림부터. 우리가 노플.
알림부터 때려, 알림부터.
우리가 노플이야. 아, 잡았어. 민든가. 남이 일로 와.
명 막는다. 명 막았어.
에, 넘어갈게. 괜찮아. 여기 우리가 노플. 어지러. 와우. 들어간대요.
끝난 거 같은데?
끝난 거 같아.